Sure. Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing a Bant brew that we got going on here, and a lot of the deck revolves around this card, or at least this card demanded itself to be revolved around. I wasn't super high on it because, you know, 2-mana 1/1s typically aren't that well off, but when a Land War Elf typically gets bolted in the forehead every time you set it down, this tends to actually live on turn 2, which is crazy. So the best part about this card is whenever you cast a creature spell with a mana value equal to its power, copy that spell, except its copy isn't legendary. Then put a 1/1 counter on it. So then we want to play a 1-mana spell, then into a 2-mana spell, then maybe into a 3-mana spell. Realistically, that part's not going to happen in this build. But one of the cool things that I've discovered with this, if you offspring Paul Patrick Crew, it copies that offspring creature. So realistically, on turn 2, you can play this. Turn 3, you can offspring a Paul Patch, which makes you 4 creatures, which is quite crazy. Wasn't really ready for that until it randomly happened. Other than that, we're playing a lot of new cards. I'm not going to go over them all. We're just going to go ahead and dive into the video. But to pull out the new cards so we can just see them. I don't think you're new, yeah. To pull out some of the new cards, all of them are here if you want to see what they are. Obviously, the Spider-Man versions are a bit different than what we have here, but with that said, we're going to go ahead and dive into games. Hope you all enjoyed them, and let's go play. Red. Like, Shelter is probably going to be a card that we're looking to do right away. And we'll just knock that in. Don't really have much else going for it. Just going to only name creature, or creature in this matchup. Could name, like, instant if we wanted to, I guess. We're not really going to have that happen. Their Claw 2.0. Obviously, a Burst Lightning could happen. We'll ping here. So our plan is probably start off by playing a Patchwork. Blocks, of course. I guess I could do that, but I don't have the second white, right? So I could, like, tap this, do in web, and then play and play. Guess so. Take, like, their instant speed spell away. And allow us to put a 3/3 in. Pretty good. They let this enter, or they respawn now. They should respawn now, obviously, but sure. We get to look at their hand, right? And creature is the only thing to name. So obviously here we'll name instant. It makes ours more expensive, but that's okay, really. And then I think I'm down to play this guy instead. I know we lose a little bit of mana. But hopefully we can draw a land. If not, I'm just going to shelter that. No. Alright, we do draw the land, thankfully enough. We go land here. We go elf. I'll trigger here, which will make a second elf. Don't like the fact that it chooses a different art for that elf. And then now we'll shelter here on this. Absorb this. And then, honestly, I have enough blockers. I'm attacking here. I'm going to be aggressive a bit. Especially considering that they can just play a Screaming Nemesis the second time around. And then be aggressive with it. So, you know, is what it is. Now they're holding for pretty much the exact same reason. So we can go here, which will then put a additional counter on our guy. We're gonna make a copy anyway, right? So might as well just do it this way. Mana value equal to its power. Never mind. I messed that one up. Do this. I thought it was... Weirdly, I thought it was different. I guess I'll grab this. Whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 1/1. Sure. Bring the actual copy back to our hand. We can go ahead and Tuck this in, play here. Make it dude. Now we have this crazy huge board, and we just pass. They were afraid to attack last turn, so now we just make them afraid to attack this turn. Creature control get +2 and gain vigilance until end of turn. Sweet. We also have this. But is it any spell? Then counter up to one target spell unless the controller pays mana equals to grades. Well. Maybe could have held this up, I suppose. Their instant speed spells, again, do cost 1 more. So if they have like a lightning strike, it'll cost them 3 mana. So they wouldn't be able to play a land and then remove this. Sure. Only a sorcery is good here. I weirdly don't have a thing with reach, huh? Well, now I have this activation, right? Creatures you control get a +2/+2 and vigilance until end of turn. I mean, seems good to me. Here we go. I mean, if they block with Screaming Nemesis and it goes face, I still gain the 6, right? There's no first striker here. And just giving everything vigilance against the aggro deck is pretty good. So we get to be super aggressive. Also, no hold back available. Now, like a double block also. It would have to be a triple block on our one creature here to get their Screaming Nemesis back. Sure. It looks like their plan is to have the Screaming Nemesis get taken out, maybe? Or not Screaming Nemesis. Have Screaming Nemesis take out this, maybe? You could obviously send 6 upstairs, but probably their only way with this Slick Shot. Maybe 2 burn spells. Could do it, but instant speed spells do still cost 1 more. I don't know what that says. Plus 3 damage each opponent. Sure. Obviously, I'm going to pump up the team and swing big. But taking out the purely well-defined aggro deck outside of this card, I think. Exile all artifacts. I mean, we know why that's in there. So Synthesizer and stuff doesn't beat them. But a pretty good curved out hand for them. And we end up taking it down, which is pretty awesome. Problem of not hitting the record button, I'll tell you that much. But thankfully, we find something right away. We got Forest into a Landware Elves into probably a Shelter, if I have to say so. Can I name land drops? Can we make land drops 1 more expensive? Oh, they're also in webbing, maybe? No, Tifa. Green, sure. Could I not just barrel a Shelter here? Do I have time? Probably not. I don't think I have time, but we're gonna try. Sorcery instant. We'll name an instant. Go here. No Bristly Bill, please. No Bristler. Alright. Here we go. Now they have 3 mana held up, so it's a bit weird. Obviously, I'll throw a block at Tifa if I have to. Yeah. Sure. And force him to do it now if we want to. So weird. These creatures right here that don't necessarily look like spiders, they definitely count as one. A lot of lands drawn for 21 lands in our deck. I want to shelter it, but I just don't know if that's right. Obviously, they have interaction. But maybe sheltering and then just gaining the life is good enough. Maybe. What do they have now? They have... I'm not even targeting Tifa because that would just be dumb, I think. And why would that be dumb? One, they get to put a counter on it permanently, so 2 becomes 4. It like makes 1 less land drop matter. Now we do this. You bend that. And I think attacking for 5 makes sense. And what I guess I mean by that is if they put a counter here, that's at 2 forever. So then this sacks go to 4, that goes to 8, then it goes to 16. They play a Bristly Bill, put a 3rd counter on, and then everything's just over. The game just ends. Okay. That's a weird spot to be in. Like, do math. Can I get above 32? Don't know. Now we definitely attack out. You enter tapped, right? Deal X damage land cards from on the battlefield tapped. Yeah. The reason it was so good before is because it wouldn't be tapped, right? I can get to exactly 32 plus a block for 34. That goes to 2. Ooh, if they're going for it, they needed the Snakeskin Veil, but maybe they're afraid of removal here. Unless I'm bad at math. Goes to 8, goes to 16. Oh, wait, no, because World Soul Rage, right? They can only do 1? So they crack their Fable Passage first? I think I live at 1, right? Yeah. 31 and a block. Well, I live at 1. I get there. What a game. What a game. Now, I think they had a Fable Passage in play, right? They could have just stacked the Fable Passage last, which would have gave them a 2nd land drop. They did. I'm pretty positive they popped this one a little too early, I think. Actually, no, it didn't matter, right? Because it's just mountain lands. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. I thought it had to be like actual basic lands for whatever reason. That's not the right card. And I love this bug where, you know, I have what, 999 of everything in my deck. What a weird thing for that to do. I'd actually check them, you know, gotta make sure. Bro, what is up with people, man? Bunch of weirdos. Like, I love Vivi Cauldron. It's the only way I know how to climb. It's okay. I'm only crashing out. Player profs. No fear. Okay. About to overload this Paul Patrick route to the moon. No. Shelter. Attack. I'm only taking the fear out because I want to attack. We have to close this game as fast as possible. The longer it waits, the almost guarantee de facto we will never win. We can also shelter that as well, which makes our Paul Patch pretty much unremovable. To commune with beavers. Grab this little guy. Go here. Double shelter, double lifelink. I don't know. Maybe there just is an aggro and they don't have Vivi Cauldron in their deck at all. I'm lying. They're going to play Vivi now or something. Let's see it. Sure. Would you like to play 4 and Ward? Okay. We go first with this hand. Pretty sweet. We'll keep. We're gonna have to shock this in regardless, so we might as well just do it now. However, I don't have a white mana. Brutal. Board's off? Okay. Oh, white mana drawn. I guess we just in-web this, right? It's a 3/5 on turn 2. A little slight setback, obviously, but now we get to go right into Weaver. Or Reaver. Into Landwar Elves, and then we can, like, offspring this. Because Landwar Elves will be ×2, and then that turns this online pretty easily. Or we just hold up his counterspell as well. Honestly, holding up counterspell might be better. Against, well, we only have to really hold up counterspell for Raise the Pass, right? Or maybe a sack outlet. They go second Gorehound. Yeah, maybe it's definitely just second a sack outlet. We just counter. They're leaving on top, so it's either a land or something else a little bit more vital. I mean, I think we have to take this turn to do stuff, though. Yeah, it's 2 Landwar Elves. There's a lot of creatures coming in. I think it's be aggressive. Now the sack outlet will happen. We just have to keep for the Raise the Pass nonsense with this. Voice of Victory. Never mind. No sack outlet or no counter magic at all. Maybe this is what they kept on top. So maybe they have the land. They're just looking for the Raise now. That's weird. Does this work the way I think it does? I can't interact with them on their turn anyway, so I might as well do this, right? Yeah, so there's the copy. There's the legendary. We do this. Do this. I guess we should just offspring, right? All right, interesting. We are somewhere, if anywhere. Now we're about as wide as we physically need to be. One more land would be obviously awesome because of the fact that we would get to give everything without tapping any creatures down. And I'm definitely going for this, but plus, I mean, every creature at base being 3 is pretty good. Now this could be a crazy Raise to Pass turn. So who knows? This could be a really bad turn, or it could be a fine turn. Getting worse. No sack outlet yet. Miss. We just need a lot of misses. It's not really a miss. Should block here, right? I take 1 less from the drain when they Raise the Pass here. Remember, holding this up did nothing because they have this. Put X1 counter to target creature you control, then counter, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. They have no sack outlet, right? There has to be sorcery either. A land would be best draw, because that means we get 1 more attacker. And I do have a lot of tramplers, weirdly enough. Can't pay that. No land. So next, all hold and hold. Yep. Just have to see how they block, I guess. We actually have quite a bit of tramplers. We have 6 tramplers, so all these 1/1s actually don't really do much. Based on math, I think we have it regardless, but we'll see. We have it on just tramplers alone, because it's what? It's... Oh, the copying this on the... I didn't even realize that. It actually copied the offspring. That's insane. That's pretty sick for us. Obviously, having one more attacker is why the land draw would have been so good. Oh, we basically take 2 out of combat for free. I mean, it's basically block anything that doesn't have trample, big dog. It's not that deep. Then throw your biggest things in front of tramplers. Sure. Okay. The game didn't like give me the auto resolve feature that it does a lot of times, so I was like, did I do something wrong? Did I just lose? Well, we got there, so sweet. I will allow it. I don't even know what I'm saying. Starting town seems good. Why must I be punished? Why am I playing against Cauldron so much? Like, go away. Leaves the battlefield? Alright. So I still get a creature even if they do that. This card's going to be very, very good, though. I'm probably not even going to, quite honest, to even look. I'm probably just going to take a good look at their hand, I guess. I mean, I guess I might as well hit them, play this for 1, and then replay it and get the spider, right? Okay, well, maybe I'll play it a bit differently. I mean, I don't even have to bring it back, but I think it's fine to. Oh, wow. What a gamer. I guess sorcery. Here, I guess. Man, what gamers, bro? Like, I love Agatha's Soul Cauldron Vivi combo. I've played against this deck 3 times, by the way. It's just like, dude, come on. It's so cringe. Our counterspell would be sick for this. I kind of want this online, but don't really have a choice. I could do this. Maybe it's just better anyway. I understand it's more expensive, but... You don't need to land. Do we attack with the 3 or not? Yes. Like, they have so many answers to it, it's not even funny. We just have to stop VV from happening at some point. Even though I literally can't. Just can't hit an artifact, but the Cauldron's just not good. Okay. Why are the people playing the S tier decks just like unwilling to play the S tier decks? I don't understand. My opponent is first. We will keep. Sure. Artifacts. Interesting. We'll just pass. I think I want to get this down and have it come in online with this draw. Available. And our mana base sucks. It's so bad in this deck. I hate these. These Verges are so good, but I hate them, bro. It's just the worst. I don't know. But it's weird because you just don't have all the shocks, and it's just so hard to... Thank you. And now the Verges are incredible, huh? Crazy how it works. Now let's make 2 of these. This card is secretly insane, in my opinion. This card's nuts. We're going to pass. We're just going to counter whatever they do here. We're going to do that multiple turns in a row, I guess. They're missing a land. I'm going to let that go and shelter by Ghost it. That's mine. I would say they're missing a land drop. They clearly drew that for turn. They didn't play last turn. So we'll take it. Very cool. Yeah. I guess. Yes. Yeah. All right. Cool. We're good. I'm going to have to shock this in regardless, I think. I'm going to go ahead and commune. I know it's a bit weird of a take, but I think it's fine. It's a bit of a weird one, but I was looking for the Simic card that... Oh, hey, we ripped it. Sweet. They could remove this, but we'll see. There's a very, very, very cool interaction with this guy if he lives. Please don't remove him. I'm trying to show off content, and you're playing one of the best decks in the meta. Leave me alone. Okay, parse. So it's 1. It'll actually copy this, which will copy the offspring here, which is a bit weird. That means we'll end up with 4 of these. So they counter that, but it doesn't really matter because it gets copied. And as you see, the offspring also copies. So they countered a spell and we still got it, but thankfully they did, because if they didn't, we would have got 4 of them. So, like, on one hand, they're like, wait, they got the copy anyway. But on the other hand, if they didn't, we would have got 4. And obviously, that wouldn't have been very awesome for them, obviously. I mean, I guess it's just combat here, right? Flashing in something like a Tidebinder. How about this? Sure. Uh-huh. All right. Yo, I guess. So I could do this, but now it just seems like a really bad play. Go here. Another land, unfortunate. But we're kind of built up here a bit. Not enduring. You would never enduring me, would you? I bet. Here. Like, what kind of attack is that? Two mana available. Yeah. Pretty excited with how this game's kind of played out. Playing it a bit weird, obviously, but... Okay. So... Was there a reason we did that? Sure. just want to make sure that this isn't killable by just like the 1-mana spells or nowhere to run, stuff like that. All right. A little hasty to flash in that enduring curiosity and getting bullied for it. So very cool. Cut a win, cut a loss, and now we're back to here. All right, here in the outro, I'm recording this for the 4th time because I just started raging off about VV, to be honest. But realistically, my big takeaway from this deck is to build around this card over anything else in here. This card was phenomenal. The thing about it is that casting itself, for example, Legendary obviously sucks on a card like this. Well, specifically not this card. Legendary rule typically sucks because you don't want to play too many of them because of the fact that when you draw a second copy, it feels dead. This card kind of ignores that clause in a weird way. For example, so say we've played this and we've played a 1-mana card now and we've kind of doubled it up, which we've done multiple times throughout the video. You can actually cast this card into itself if it's on 2 power or toughness. And what that does is it makes a non-legendary copy and you just have to legendary rule the 1. So sure, you're not getting as powerful of a play as you would if you did like this card into it, because then you would get 2 kind of lords for free. Or you get a lord for free plus the original lord that you made. But it's not entirely dead in your hand if it is on that 2 slot. And I do think playing around this card, and this card is just seemed a lot better than most of what else I was doing. This card also seems good, and I actually like it just for the fact of how well it worked with this card. So these two seem to work really well together. One, because this allows you to go incredibly wide and get very, very widespread super quickly, and especially making copies of Land War Elves, that gives you so much more mana on random turns that now you can activate this, and then whenever you're making all the extra tokens for free, that then this turns your tokens into a lethal attack. This card was cool. Maybe not this variation of the deck. I think we need more taxing pieces than just what we had. This was kind of slower opponents down. However, I will say I kept running into VV, so it didn't matter. Like the mana part doesn't matter when they just wild run their VV and now they have 80 mana and you just can't do anything, and Agatha's Soul Cauldron activates. Like, they can just pay the tax. It doesn't really matter to them. And then randomly on some point of their turn, they just bounce it. So can you see how I freaked out about VV and had to cut the outros? But other than that, it worked out pretty well. I think this card is a bit too cute in a deck like this. I think it's fine in general. I just think like having this come back to hand and make the 1/1 is okay. I do think it's a bit better on the fact that like if this does copy it, you know, now we have 2 creatures. It's like a board wipe prevention kind of card. You don't just lose it because it is a leaves the battlefield trigger. So if it dies or gets exiled or goes under an enchantment or aura or something, we get to make a creature, but that 1/1 is kind of whatever, really. Whereas maybe playing more valuable stuff might be better. I'm not sure. But this card seemed good. It randomly catches everything. So I can't tell you what it pumps and what it doesn't. If you think I'm going to remember all those, the only gripe I have about it is that Spider is first, and then all the other creatures. In alphabetical order, by the way. Not super alphabetical, because Bat should be before Boars and stuff. But Spider in the front, and then it to go B, C, D, F, J, L, M, O, R, S. Spiders being in the front is somehow tilting me, and I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but we all know why. With all that said and done, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'm going to call it there. I have a couple more to do, and that'll be it. I'll be in Atlanta, and then we'll be back, and then we can really dive into the set when I'm back and maybe brew a little bit more. But with that said, I hope you all enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.